Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a la graduación del 2021 de Acton-Boxborough Regional High School.
Hello, 各位来宾，欢迎来到2021年 Acton-Boxborough Regional High School 毕业典礼。
Добрый вечер и добро пожаловать на выпуск класса 2021 года в Acton-Boxborough Regional High School.
Boa tarde e bem-vindo à formatura da Acton-Boxborough Regional High School, turma de 2021.
안녕하세요. 2021학번 졸업식에 오신 여러분들을 환영합니다.
Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Acton-Boxborough Regional High School graduation. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Larry Dory, and I'm the principal of Acton-Boxborough Regional High School. I would like to thank George Arsenault and the Acton-Boxborough Concert Band, to our seniors who offered the international welcome, and to our members of the senior class who performed our national anthem. Mr. Light, members of the Acton-Boxborough School Committee, central office administrators, principals, honored guests, families and friends, and of course, members of the graduating class of 2021, it is my privilege to officially welcome you to our graduation ceremony. We didn't cue the students about clapping, so they can always use some help. They'll help us along here. So, to the graduates. A year ago, the high school admin team stood outside under a large white tent, the senior patio, delivering diplomas to graduates through the passenger side windows of cars, trucks, and even a few motorcycles, as I recall. Our seniors had traveled with relatives and friends from the Boxborough Regency Inn in our first rolling rally. It was a hot day in June, but the noise and excitement from the parking lot, lined with staff, never subsided. To me, this event represented such an accomplishment, and I remember it clearly as the proudest day of my AB career. Until today. As I look out at you graduates sitting alongside family and friends on Larry Field, I can't help but think how far we've come as a school community since last March when we closed our doors. Today's event may not hold the same pomp and circumstance than some of our traditional graduation ceremonies. However, in my opinion, never has there been a greater celebration on Larry Field. Never has a greater celebration played out than the gathering today, and never a greater victory for AB. I hope as graduates, you too are able to appreciate the enormity of what this celebration represents. During the course of the year, I was reminded on more than one occasion what the class of 2021 had sacrificed. The events, performances, and all the social gatherings that were missed. However, these reminders didn't come from the seniors. Instead, they came from the people who love you most, the people sitting next to you today. As a parent of 3 daughters, I can tell you how hard it is to watch your child miss out on special experiences or worry their lives may be on hold. I understand and I sympathize with the difficulty you caregivers have experienced over the last year and a half. But to the adults who have raised these children, these graduates, you should be aware of how resilient these young people are. They have accomplished a great deal this year, while in the process continuing to move their lives forward. Whether fully remote or hybrid schedule, all of you graduates are to be honored for what you've achieved. In an unconventional year for athletics, our student athletes managed to participate in all 4 MIAA seasons. Performing and visual arts continued forward with several virtual and socially distanced events and exhibitions. Our clubs and activities, academic teams seemingly thrived online, while we saw a huge increase in organized student activism centered on the institutional inequalities that exist throughout our country. I also want to recognize those of you, those seniors, who continue to hold employment, to care for siblings, and directly support your family during these very pressing times. I'm in no way diminishing the sacrifices you've all made this year. I am acknowledging your grace, your grit, and your determination to overcome a pandemic that has held the world captive for over a year. In our Zoom senior class meeting in the fall, I asked you to focus on what you can do this year and not on what you can't do. You've exceeded my highest expectations, and for that, you have my gratitude and you have my admiration. On behalf of the graduating class of 2021, I'd like to express our gratitude to the families, all members of the high school and central office staff, towns of Acton and Boxborough, for the support you've given these seniors. So graduates, as you look back on this with time, I know you'll remember less about the sacrifices you made and more about the gratitude owed to be a part of an AB community that united to overcome a very tragic period of our history. It has been my honor to serve you as principal. I'm so very proud of you all, and I thank you. Now for our first student address, I would like to invite Kelly McMahon, with her speech titled, "The First You."
In these uncertain times is a phrase that you've all probably heard quite a few times this past year. It was quoted in news articles, spliced into emails, was the opening line of commercials for everything from State Farm Insurance to Taco Bell. And you know what? I can't even really argue with it, because if I had to describe this past year in one word, I would also say uncertain. Uncertain about safety, politics, work, and school. For us seniors especially, uncertainty about college decisions, future plans, which one of the at least 4 different class schedules we're using on any given day. So I would like to take a moment to just acknowledge that today we are gathered here to celebrate the remarkable certainty that we've made together. We are here. We are graduating. Our families are proud. We certainly earned this. But I've realized that after I go home today and I throw off my cap and gown and inevitably collapse on the couch for a very long nap, uncertainty will remain. It will remain next year and the year after that, and for every year of our lives, because uncertainty has and always will be a natural part of life. But life's unknowns do not need to feel like some paralyzing fear, but rather it can be an avenue through which we can explore who we are in this world. And hear that I do not say decide who we are, because we can aspire to become anything. And that is one of the most exciting things about being alive. And because of all the staying at home in the past year, it became quite apparent that there is nobody in this world that you will spend more time with than yourself. So in the brief moments when our brains weren't liquefied by Zoom fatigue, we filled the silence with questions. Who am I? Really? What do I really want? And yes, asking these questions can be really scary, because as teenagers tend to do, we've all spent the past few years meticulously planning our futures, idealizing, confirming, and denying who we think we are and who we think we will become. But we are not the same people we were 4 years ago. Thank goodness. Or even 4 months ago. So I raise a glass to the hard questions, because without them, I never would have realized the new interests, ambitions, and friendships that I have come to cherish in my senior year. So as we find ourselves at the edge of high school and once again leaping into the unknown, know that curiosity is a powerful force, and with it, we can flourish under even the most unexpected of conditions. I still remember when school closed last year, a mere 2 days after East Commons was packed shoulder to shoulder with an ocean of students participating in a World Language Week Zumba class. Now, that definitely qualifies as unexpected conditions. And at home, I did a lot of your average quarantine activities. I tried my hand at cooking, though admittedly, I never quite gathered the courage to make my own sourdough bread. I convinced myself to follow along with some Chloe Ting workout videos and consequently made myself very sore for the first few weeks. I listened to an extensive amount of Fleetwood Mac, and let me tell you, there is nothing more profound than biking downhill while listening to Landslide. And we all have our own stories of what we did, what books we read, what TV shows we binge watched, what instruments and languages we learned. All of us have picked something up, and all of us have let something go. But little by little, in our own unique, seemingly simple ways, we have each moved forward. So when all else feels uncertain, we can use this time to pause and know ourselves. So as you continue to dream about being the next Margaret Atwood, the next Lin-Manuel Miranda, the next Jack Dorsey, above all, strive to become the first you. But right now, Let's just start by breathing in this gorgeous June day. The air is warm, the sky is open, we are surrounded by loved ones. There is a great potential stretched out before us, and yes, we will get there. We've already made it this far. Thank you, and let's go celebrate.
I have to say, what an awesome feeling it is to actually be here in person with all of you and celebrating these amazing graduates, so congratulations. I just want to also take a minute and say how proud I am of everyone for all that you've done while you've been here. To our staff, a sincere and heartfelt thank you. You've gone to the ends of the earth to make this the best it can be for our students, often with personal sacrifice. To our families, thank you for all of your support through change, after change, after change, and after change. And most important, though, to our students, you have been absolutely amazing over the last 2 years. I can't imagine what it's been like for you thinking about what you expected to have happen over these last few months, and now coming to the reality of what is happening. There's been a lot, I'm sure, that you've thought about that maybe doesn't meet your expectations for what's happened and what senior year would be like. But the advantage you have is, as of today, everything is starting to look positive. You have an opportunity to graduate today and move on with your lives in a much more positive sense than what you've experienced over the last year. And I hope you take that message with you. Mr. Dory, Larry, I have a question for you. Do you remember the text message I sent to you about 2 or 3 days ago? I'm going to refresh your memory. It said something like this: hey, do you really want me to say at anything at graduation beyond the Bill Ryan Award? Yeah, now you remember. Good. You know, for those of you that don't know, this has been a running conversation that Mr. Dory and I have had since I became the superintendent here. This year marks my 34th consecutive year of going to commencements. And over that time, and I was a professional musician for a while, so I have played well over 100 commencement ceremonies and sat through these things. And the only thing I know for certain is that no one actually wants to listen to the superintendent. So Larry, I bet you remember that text right now. I do now. Yeah, I know. So I just want to share, though, you could have texted me back saying something affirming like, well, people really want to hear what you have to say. But I know you, and you're just too honest for that. So you responded, and I quote this: "You're scheduled to say something." Thanks for that enthusiastic support, Larry. To the point, though, the reason I wanted to tell that story is because for the next 90 seconds or so, I want you to remember that you could have avoided everything that comes next. So my next story. 2 days ago, I walked into my office and found a cryptic note on my desk from my assistant. It was handwritten on a small sticky pad, saying something to the effect that the high school staff were wondering if I could possibly say a sentence or two about Larry before I gave the Bill Ryan Award. They clearly didn't go to Larry because they all knew he would never allow this to happen. They knew the only thing bigger than Larry's heart was his humility. And maybe they feared him just a little bit, so they came to the one person he couldn't say no to and asked me to say a few words. But don't worry, Lynn and Brendan, I won't tell Larry who did it. Let's talk, Larry. I want you to know that I get you, even if your staff doesn't. And know that you would be absolutely horrified if we took even a moment of this ceremony to recognize you. So I'm not going to talk about the 27 years that you have served the AB community so gracefully.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm not going to say anything about your passion for this community, your school, your staff, and most importantly, your students. I'm not going to talk about your unique ability to relate to people on a personal level and the care and concern that you have for your staff. I'm not going to tell anyone that I've never met anyone before who cares so deeply about each and every student in your school and who thinks of them like your own children, and now your first grandchild. And I'm not going to talk about the grace, care, and compassion and quiet strength you have shown in leading AB through the last 27 years of highs and lows. And Larry, I'm definitely not going to remind you right now that you could have avoided this 2 days ago. But most of all, I'm not going to miss this opportunity to let all of these families, staff, and graduates say thank you one last time for a career well served and wish you the best in your retirement. So I'd like to invite everyone here to please stand with me and say thank you to Mr. Dory as he embarks on the next phase of his life. Sorry, buddy. It had to happen. This is all very scripted. That was the only time I actually get to determine what I say. So since 1995, the Acton-Boxborough Regional High School graduation ceremony has included a community service award to individuals or organizations within the Acton and Boxborough communities whose contributions have made a positive impact on the community and particularly on its young people. This award is symbolic of the support the whole community provides in bringing our young people to this point in our lives. In 2009, when Superintendent Bill Ryan retired, the school renamed the award the William L. Ryan Community Service Award in his honor. Tonight, we are presenting 2 awards to groups who have been of assistance in much-needed ways during this extraordinary year. First, I would like to invite the following people to stand. Parents Beth Chimento, Emily Bloomberg, Kerry Lewis, and high school staff member Samantha Murray. These are some of the local folks who stepped up to meet a need when COVID-19 vaccines first became available to educators earlier this year. The theory of getting teachers and other school staff vaccinated was great, but the process of signing up for the vaccines at this point was overwhelming. Many parents were willing to help, and the core group of parents worked with Assistant Superintendent Don Bentley to set up a Google form that allowed all district employees, teachers, bus drivers, food service personnel, etc., to request assistance in making vaccine appointments. Beth Chimento coordinated the process, and Emily, Kerry, and other parent volunteers scheduled over 125 appointments in 8 days. I'm sure you remember just how hard that is. Within the high school, staff member Sarah Turner, who could not be here this evening, and Samantha Murray launched a similar effort and helped schedule many other appointments. These vaccine angels performed a much-needed service, and we recognize them for their invaluable assistance with the William L. Ryan Community Service Award. And we recognize that there were many other people in our community who offered assistance to all members of our community, and we also just want to thank all of you who are providing this much-needed service to our community. Thank you. And now the second award we're presenting here tonight is to the volunteer parents of the Project Graduation Team, represented by Jen Maberty and Jenny Fillion. Would you please stand? Both last year and this year, COVID restrictions made it necessary to suspend the always popular Project Graduation. the huge parent-sponsored and all-night party that traditionally takes place following the graduation ceremony. Last year and this year, the project graduation team partnered with the local high school administration to organize celebratory events for the senior class and continued the important fundraising that makes those events possible. The dedicated group of dozens of parents each year worked side by side with school personnel in organizing the Class of 2020 Rolling Rally through Acton-Boxborough and the Class of 2021 Sunset Send-Off, which took place on Wednesday night. The project graduation team helped at every level, attending planning meetings, organizing volunteers, fundraising, and thinking creatively about how best to help the senior class celebrate the completion of their high school career. High school administrators tell me that the project graduation parents have been trusted teammates throughout these 2 years, and that the events planned for the graduating classes could not have been provided without their help. We therefore recognize them for the important role they played and name them, too, as recipients of the William L. Ryan Community Service Award.
Now I'd like to introduce our second student speaker this evening, Gabriella G, with his speech titled, Write Our Story.
Hello, graduates, parents and guardians, teachers and staff. Good evening. I am Gabriel Guimarães, a 18-year-old boy, Brazilian, who has been living in the U.S. for almost 2 years. When I arrived, I did not speak English, I did not understand English, and everything was completely new. I remember my first time in the cafeteria for my first lunch in high school. Then I asked my friend, when exactly should I make a sound to everybody to start to sing like in High School Musical? But for me, it was exactly that feeling, imagining myself inserted in a Hollywood movie, such as I watched in Brazil about high school. But I have to say that any moment I felt alone or separated because of who I am or from where I came. Of course, I failed at some moments, trying to say something, for example, but all those experiences together made me stronger and confident. I was feeling so good to be in high school and having all of those new experiences that I would not like to leave. But the circumstances changed with the pandemic. When the school decided to shut down, even for them, it was not an easy decision. The school, one institution that has many protocols and rules for many situations, the pandemic was the first one that they were not quietly prepared for. I remember that some teachers started to use the Google Meet. Then we moved it to the Zoom. Others started to use the Google Classroom. Others were just trying to figure it out what they should do in those circumstances. Our life changed completely fast in a way we never experienced it before. And for someone that was in the process of learning the language, I was highly affected by the pandemic. After the summer vacation, we all were questioning what could happen to the next year. And the school made a proposal, hybrid or remote. That was when we all were separated into cohorts, and we were not all physically together, but 6 feet apart. But that was not an obstacle to us. We reinvented ourselves with FaceTimes, Snapchat, and with clubs and sport teams in the school and some small hangouts. We all stayed together. Being together also made us line up with events that are happening around the world, but mainly inside of the U.S. During the year, we saw very important movements such as the Black Lives Matter and the anti-Asian hate. And in so many ways, I saw many colleagues engaged in social media and in the school, posting and stating their message loud and clear, demanding for more respect and rights. And with our voice, also the school supported us, sharing more information about how we all should be more empathetic towards society. I am personally so proud of our work that I will be glad to say that I lived, and I saw, and I participated in what happened, even with a pandemic. I really hope for a better future for all of us, with everyone keeping engaged in not just those movements, but all the others around the world. And I think we will change the future, because the future is in our hands. The future tomorrow and years from now can scare us, because differently from the rest of our lives, we are not just going to the next grade. We are starting our life. For the very first time, our future is completely in our hands. It just requires our own effort. More than ever, you should not be intimidated by those uncertainties. We should be brave, dream, discover, and let our own imagination guide us. Such as when I arrived in a new environment and completely scared about the future, my tip for all of you is do not hesitate to do anything. Always walk through it and own your work and your confidence. It is also time to apply the knowledge that we have accumulated so far from school and from home. Apply in real life and, of course, fail and make mistakes. And I really hope that for all of us. Because when we fail, the chances to really learn, move forward, and not make it again is so much higher. And we know that because at least one time during these years, we mess it up with something. And that's okay, if at least we recognize our fault. After all, we are all human beings. We cannot be perfect. And when we fail, we always come back to our main support, our families and friends. My message now is to these main supporters, this base, this secure spot that we could always count on. Parents, guardians, teachers, and every school staff member and friends. Today, you are seeing the final product of your effort during these last 4 years. Without all of you, that never could be done today. And at least for me, I will always carry lessons that I have learned here. This amazing experience changed my life, and I think every graduate here shares this feeling. Personally, high school taught me to persevere and try my best. I did that to learn the language and to challenge myself academically. So thank you very much. Now it is time to fly by our own wings, walk by our own legs. It is time to write our own story. Thank you everyone for hearing me, and congratulations class of 2021.
Good evening. I'm Bill Noeth. I'm the retired leader of the math department. I'm still here, though. Mr. Dory's leaving when he retires. We'd like to take this opportunity to recognize our class leaders and school council representatives for their efforts in helping to organize, lead, and contribute to the class of 2021, especially during this extraordinary time. Can you please stand when I read your name and remain standing until all names have been called? We'd appreciate it if you hold your applause until the end. Class leaders, Lindsay Kim, Sid Bott, Jacob Cow, Mahmood Adam, and Rama Nagareddy. School council representatives, Alexander Cohen, Alan Sun, and Paloma Salmerano Bryan. It's my honor to present the class scholars of the class of 2021. These students represent the top of their class scholastically with the highest weighted grade point averages. Congratulations on your hard work, efforts, and accomplishments. Please stand when your name is read and remain standing until all 10 names have been called. Again, please hold your applause until the end. Michelle Gong, attending the University of Pennsylvania. Poonam Sahu, attending Stanford University. Lyndon Hu, attending the University of Chicago. Justin Shan, attending the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Joseph Maffa, attending Brown University. Lee Morgan, attending the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Elizabeth Lee, attending Dartmouth College. Mukund Murthy, attending the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor. Devin Brown, attending Northeastern University. And Charlotte Wang, attending Carnegie Mellon University. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
All right, here we go. We will now move forward with the presentation of the diplomas.
Mahmood Adam. Samuel Ahern. Sophia Aiello. Peter Allen. Justine Amory. Andre Arujo Carey. Megan Atkinson. Sophia Augst. Joseph Almuller. Vivek Isola. Matthew Azar.
Anaya Babayeva. Vikramaditya Bed. Camille Barnes. Elena Bauer. Lauren Baum. Alex Barouette. Aditya Ban. Abai Bharadwaj. Jyothi Bharadwaj. Nidhi Bhatt. Siddhanth Bhatt. Augustine Biernat. Olivia Bispham. Kathleen Bittencourt. Jasper Bowe. Matthew Boyarsky. Brian Borgasani. Owen Boudreau. Graham Brady. Audrey Brown. Devin Brown. Max Brown. Trevor Brownhill. Caroline Bruce. Ovlet Bull. Abigail Baranek. Sarah Burke. Nicholas Burry. Derek Bush. Sylvia Byrne. Conrad Calabro. Joshua Calgaro. Kyla Callison. Lucy Campbell. Patrick Cow. Ashley Card Norcross. Jonathan Cardosi. Sean Carroll. Caroline Caruso. Hannah Casalina. Rachel Casebolt. Ethan Chang. Abigail Cha. Andrew Chen. Dee Chen. Emily Chang. Jake Ethan Chernin. Arthur Chigas. Akash Chowdhury. Allison Chung. Hannah Heatil. Victoria Clayman Carpentieri. Sasha Cohen. Timothy Colley. Olivia Kamoli. Lucia Condes de Bethencourt. Christoph Conley. Sarah Conquest. Donovan Cook. Catherine Cook. Sophie Cook. Nathan Cooperman. Ella Cormier. Mary Crowley. Drew Cudmore. Downing Sway. Kelsey DeSopo. Olivia Daniel. Jack Davis. Melanie Dawson. Prisha Dayal. Isabella D. Isabel Demerit. Sophie Demerit. Hannah Dennison. Maddie Diaz. Daniel Deep. Shay Doherty. Michael Donnelly. Matthew Dresser. Owen Driscoll. Louis Drum. Sophia Elkin. Maxime Emelianov. Matthew Erickson. Karen Escobar Fajardo. Williams Espindola. Riley Fagans. Guslisha Cecilia Sia Fala. Joseph Felica. Jacqueline Farrington. Charles Fang. Gabriella Figueredo. Caleb Finkelman. Connor Finkelman. Mark Ford. Rebecca Ford. Ryan Forrest. Caroline Forrester. Chloe Fox. Nora Francis. Hallie Friedman. Ananya Gade. Julia Gagnon. Grace Galati. Anthony Galetta. Brian Gallinger. Paulina Garrow. Pratik Gazula. Emma Giran. Avery Gose. Abigail Giaconia. Abigail Giffen. Rishikesh Garish. Michelle Gong. Hudson Gore. Enrique Gouveia. Caitlin Grady. Ava Graham. Elsa Grant. Fiona Green. Colleen Greer. Michael Grega. Gabrielle Guimaraes. Chloe Hamilton. Isha Honde. Ethan Handel. Ethan Handojo. Munir Haryanawala. Cole Harris. Esme Harshbarger. Sophia Harshbarger. Colin Hatton. Lipika Hegde. Anna Heher. Eiley Hekala. John Hennessy. Emily Hocknell. Maya Hodgson. James Hogard. Alexander Hoyt. Yihan Shu. James Hu. Lyndon Hu. Randy Wong. David Humphreys. Owen Hurlbut Lesk. Fiona Hurwitz. Joel Jablanowski. Caitlin Jackson. Ashay Jane. Tushar Jane. Braden Jansen. Brooke Jansen. Madeline Yarrow. Pride Gia. Renee Jang. Alwyn Jin. Nithya Janavithula. Apurva Joshi. Cole Judson. Dalia Kagashvili. Matthew Kalorikal. Maya Kamireddy. Jacob Kao. Rohan Kapoor. Sarabjot Kaur. Ryan Keeler. Sean Kelly. Shashir Kanal. Ivan Kremchenko. Lindsay Kim. Paul Kim. Emma King. Nathan Kleinschmidt. Vladimir Klimov. Charlotte Klinkmuller. Rohit Komaru. Jimin Kong. Vamsi Kontam. Brody Kosowski. Lucy Krinsky. Divyashri Krishnan. Ashna Kukal. Akash Kumar. Alexa Kushner. Parth Lagu. Jasmine Lai. Rachel Laporte. Caitlin Laska. Adele Lawrence. Grace Lee. Sophia Lee. Aaron Lears. Ansi Trinita Leo. Isabel Laterno. Ariel Levine. Alexander Lee. Iris Lee. Sabina Lee. Shuxian Lee. Jessica Liang. Rory Liao. Jonathan Lin. Aaron Little. Andy Liu. Bill Liu. Yuchi Liu. Daniel Lobo. Jillian Lobes. Joseph Logue. Rachel Liu.
Christian McNeil. Joseph Maffa. Grace Maffei. Ayush Mahapatra. Dylan Maley. Aaron Mamoon. Liam Manning. Megan Manning. Akshita Maktadar. Mason Marathias. Audrey Maxwell. Ashlyn McCammon. Benjamin McCarthy. Florence McCarthy. Alexis McCauley. Fraser McGurk. Olivia McKay. Kelly McMahon. Nicholas Megan. Kelsey Membrino. Pierce Mercero. Nazra Mgeni. Kate Milkey. Charlie Miller. Megan Milligan. Kelsey Mills. Sharish Misro. Amalia Mojica. Jack Molaski. Dennis Monich. Catherine Moore. Lee Morgan. Celia Morse. Julia Morville. Riley Mosher. McKenna Muindi. Iravati Mukherjee. Sonia Mulgund. David Mundo Verges. Shay Munson. Rohan Moralidhar. Mukund Murthy. Rama Nagareddy. Isa Najam. Sai Kamal Nara. Hanifa Natembo. Saivahini Nilagiri. Zachary Niles Peretz. Sargam Noria. Cephas Nyaga. Kira O'Hara. Max O'Hara. Sarah O'Sullivan. Alex Olden. Victor Oliveira. Michael Ornek. Benjamin Orr. Anthony Ouellette. Nathaniel Overman. Avery Page. Harsha Paladugu. Inesh Pandey. Eleni Papuchakis. Tarun Paravastu. Hajin Park. Lena Parker. Ashley Parlman. Michelle Pathros. Tejas Patil. Alexander Piro. Daniel Pung. Mark Perkins. Jonathan Picca. Jeremiah Pierre. Alejandro Pizano Fernandez. Allison Politano. Charles Poulin. Katie Poulton. Jenna Paz. Ritvik Pulya. Bei Chi. Samuel Chio. Alex Rakaukas. Sahana Raman. Aryan Ranade. Shashank Rao. Aiden Reed. Yusuf Raymond. Emily Ren. Lindsay Ristino. Carolyn Roach. Nina Robb. Christopher Robinson. Peter Robson. Connor Roy. Alexander Russell. Zoraz Saad. Anvar Sadikov. Himadri Saha. Taylor Sahajan. Punam Sahu. Tamar Salant. Paloma Salmarin O'Brien. Pranita Sambaraju. Ella Santoro. Nicholas Saranich. Colin Sartini. Jacqueline Sater. Thevin Satish. Samuel C. Prasad. Jessica Shade. Michael Schaffer. Eliza Shema. Justin Shan. Aniket Sharma. Ribka Sheikh. Stefan Shishkov. Irish Shu. Cassandra Sierra. Kayla Silbert. Joseph Silva. Owen Simpson. Anuj Sirsakar. Ryan Scripps. Stephen Slutsky. Katrina Smith. Riley Smith. Tegan Smith. Camille Smokelin. Jonathan Smyers. David Song. Ranak Sud. Christopher Sasunas. Henry Spiro. Ashwin Srinivasan. Hashim Sabagala. Henry Starr. Emily Sterling. Isabella Strange. Amrit Subramanian. Abigail Sullivan. Amanda Sullivan. Alan Sun. Michael Sun. Robert Sweet. Jingy C. Claire Takanaga. Alan Tan. Richard Thaler. Keen Timble. An Tranvu. Carolyn Utz. Lindsay Valancourt. Siddharth Vasudeo. Anaga Venkatesh. Benjamin Werner. Jennifer Viley. Thomas Viley. Neha Vijay. Ainch Vishwanathan. Anjali Vital. Ashley Vidham. Lily Valajanek. Sunny Wan. Ben Wong. Charles Wong. Charlotte Wong. Eddie Wong. Anushka Wani. Matthew Warren. Siddharth Warrior. Aiden Watson. Hiltikin Wyatt. Nicole Way. Timothy Westling Resnick. Haley Whalen. Aaron Wilds. Jenna Wolf. Amanda Wu. Brandon Wu. Christopher Shu. Rachel Yendluri. Alexander Ying. Carter York. Jamanyal Yousafzai. Fajr Zahid. Crystal Zhang. Michael Zhang. Ethan Zhong. Gloria Zhu. And graduating but not with us this evening, Sebastian Anderson, Chase Anestis, Mara Clement, Sheena Grubark, Bora Kinlan, Jiliang Liu, Rodion Komarovsky, Isabella Corbly, Evan Shu, and Mark Zaburik.
So to the members of the Acton-Boxborough Regional School Committee and all the citizens of Acton and Boxborough, with the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and furnished with all of the appropriate and necessary information by Principal Larry Dory, I hereby certify and attest that these 423 young people have, in fact, successfully completed all of the requirements of the Acton-Boxborough Regional High School as set forth by school committee policy. Therefore, on this date, June 3rd, 2021, I, Peter Light, Superintendent of Schools, recommend all of their names to you at this time for graduation. Graduates, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your cap. Congratulations, class of 2021.
And now for our sending forth, please welcome physical education teacher, Mr. Tony Mendelia.
Thank you, Mr. Dorey. Good evening, graduates, parents, families, friends, faculty, administration, support staff, AB alumni, and distinguished guests. I'm honored to be here tonight to give you the sending forth message. 52 years ago, I was sitting right where you are as a graduate of the class of '69. Since then, I've come full circle. Student, parent, teacher, and coach. Your send-off last night, seniors, was incredible. Cherish those friendships. As many will last a lifetime. Now, tonight, together, you have received a diploma from one of the best high schools in the state of Massachusetts. And in the country. You have been well prepared by your teachers, coaches, counselors, administrators, support staff, and most importantly, your parents and guardians. Consider this your passport to your next adventure. It is by no mistake that AB is as good as it is. William O'Connell and Ray Gray had a vision when they created Acton-Boxborough Regional High School. They were the superintendent and principal at the time. They wanted to create a highly respected academic institution that would meet the needs of every student. They wanted the community to be very proud of its high school. I think they accomplished that goal. It is still happening today. How'd they do it? They went out and found the best teachers. These teachers became department heads. Over the years, they too have continued to hire the best teachers. This legacy that you have inherited was built with care. Since day one. So, seniors, you're a product of all that is Acton-Boxborough Regional High School. Tonight, you'll join me and the tens of thousands of graduates and become a member of a very distinguished group called AB Alumni. Members of this group have excelled and continue to excel all over the world in every profession you can imagine. You will soon be breaking down barriers and creating excellence in your own way. Before I give you the sending forth, I have some advice from a 70-year-old graduate. Have a plan, be organized, take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Stay close to your friends and family. Grow your network, get experience by interning wherever you can. Work hard, have fun, keep improving, stay strong, stay safe. Most importantly, never give up on your dreams. You got it done during a year and a half of a global pandemic. This is proof that you can do anything. Don't forget to be humble, respect yourself and others. Use what you learned in kindergarten, The golden rule, treat others like you would like to be treated. Simply be nice. So seniors, I'm going to give you the going forth now. I do this every year to all the seniors in my class. Seniors, congratulations. I tip my cap to you for a job well done. It is time for you to go forth and do good things. Take your passport into the world and carry the torch of excellence, the AB torch of excellence, wherever you may go. I wish every one of you the very best of luck. Now I send you forth to your next adventure. Congratulations.
Just a couple notes as we conclude the ceremony that we ask that all of you leave carefully as you exit the field. We have a lot of people on there. We want to make sure everyone gets off safely and efficiently, and we get everyone off campus safely so you can go on and enjoy your evenings. Now, please join me for one final time in congratulating the class of 2021. Did I tell them they could throw their caps? We told you you could throw your caps.